Hello students, this is Chef Rakesh. I am beginning my Edu Talk series for management, hotel management, tourism and hospitality students. Today I'd like to delve on the possibilities of job for the students of hospitality and hotel management sector who must be really worried post COVID-19 pandemic. I have a very honest purview of the entire situation since March, third week. We have been facing a scenario which we have not seen in our life. हमने अभी तक देखा नहीं है अपनी ज़िंदगी में इस तरह का माहौल. And before this, the situation was really lucid. Everybody was running with new targets, new setups. Investments were heavy in the hotel industry and tourism industry, and it was blooming like it has been for last 40 years. Tourism has been the only industry which has never seen recession, and it has slowed down, but never seen recession. And it is one of the largest job providing industry in the world. I mean, so many countries you see the entire economy depends on tourism. और विश्व के कितने देश है जहाँ सिर्फ tourism पे economy depend करता है. And today I thought let me talk to my hotel management students, aspiring students. आज CBSE class 12 का result भी निकल रहा है. And I thought it will be right time to let these young minds know what, as a professional with 30 years of experience, alumni of IHM Bangalore, I'd like to talk about post-COVID job scenario. I find certain situations very similar. 1991, when I passed out from IHM Bangalore, I mean, there was Gulf War, if you remember well, and everybody turned back from Gulf, came back to our motherland, and we were left without job. We had to scavenge, we had to struggle for another 6 months to actually get into the industry. Many of our batchmates actually deviated from the field. But even the shortlisted candidates from Taj and Oberoi were not picked up. I'm talking about 1991. I find the similar situation here today in 2020 post COVID-19 pandemic scenario, and very uncertainty. War, it is going to be over a few months, and the economy will slowly crawl back. But what about COVID? It seems it's not going anywhere. So let's talk about the hotel industry. We are a service providing industry which has got real time inventory. अभी आप guest comes in and अभी guest आते हैं और आप उसी समय उनको service देते हैं. यानी preparation is right from since morning, but you prepare for service a guest every day, every hour, and your preparation finishes the same day. Again you have to prepare afresh next day, clean it up, set it up, and provide what guests need. So everyday inventory gets consumed the same day. उसी दिन का preparation वहाँ खत्म. यदि बिक गई तो अच्छी बात है. If it doesn't sell, then you got to prepare again. So that's hospitality segment, hotel industry and tourism industry for you. It's a real-time inventory. So there's one-to-one interaction. A guest has to interact one-to-one to get that hospitality, the feel of hospitality, the experience of hospitality. Fir, what do you think? People will come out? Jobs will be there. I'll tell you something. If you really go one step back, sit down, think properly, how does the market move? And the answer lies in your willingness to spend. Why do you buy anything? You buy anything, you go to market to avail certain facilities and products. Why? Because you need them. So my point is very simple. The necessity moves the market. Right now in the lockdown phase, what is moving the market? You will see people are flocking to daily needs. They are not going to malls, but yes, they are going to vegetable market, the grocery, the vendors, the medicines, and mobile and mobile related facility, communication related facilities. They are really flocking there, and their business is moving as usual. In fact, the demand has grown, in fact. But we are not availing anything which we can do without. We want to have pani puris, we are preparing at our home and having it. We want to have any fancy food, we are preparing at our home and having it. So what is the future of tourism and hotel industry? Because that is the last thing people will do to save themselves from the pandemic. Well, first thing is the sentiment moves the market, necessity moves the market. So food is a basic necessity. As soon as government allows, this industry is a very smart industry. Heavy investors are there, thousands of crores of rupees they have invested. Now, real bright minds are there working behind this industry. And I'll tell you, this industry has one of the toughest manpower force, which actually slogs 18 hours a day. 12 is the minimum hours that we do in a hotel industry. For anybody, we know that. And it is going to bounce back because food is a necessity. And basic necessity, how it will bounce back is not to the full capacity immediately, but yes, maybe 50%. We are crawling back. When I was checking out with the different properties, they said, yes, we still have 15%, 20%, 30% occupancy. The workforce has been reduced by, say, 40%. But they will be back in business because people have to celebrate the marriage. Because the basic necessity of life, of getting together, they will get back to birthday celebration. They already have. They will get back to marriage celebration. They will get back to mini banquets. Yes, not to the same scale, but the business volume will also reduce by, say, 50% or maybe 60%, but you have to do with 40% or 50% depending on the city in which you are. And hotels will offer you smart packages. Maybe the marriage will be spread over, say, 3-4 days, wherein you invite 50 to 100 people as government allows you, and the business will slowly claw its way back. Because even during pandemic, hoteliers were open to make their facility as quarantine center because of their efficiency. Everybody had confidence, yes, the star properties and the good hotels are efficient enough to carry out instructions. The disciplined workforce of hotel industry will always help it revive, jump back. We work selflessly. We work here because we enjoy it. So hoteliers are very tough nut to crack. They will get their way back. Market will come back because market is moved by needs, wants and desires. So when I'm talking about need, you can't do without need. You have to fulfill a need is basic food, clothing, shelter. Then your wants are something which you go out to fulfill. How do you fulfill your wants? Maybe you have 2 pairs of jeans, you want another 3rd pair. That's desire. You want to own something. That's desire. Something more than you need is desire. You must be hearing this brand is folding up, that brand is folding up. Yes, they are folding up. They are luxury brand. They cannot survive for too long without consumer movement. But food industry is a basic industry which has to come back, which will come back. So jobs are there. But one question is, are you competent enough? Are you productive enough? Are you disciplined enough? Are you really concerned about hospitality? The no-baggers will vanish. They will not survive. Whom do I call no-baggers? Those who come down to actually think of making money and only making money. Yes. Those who make a focus, customer service, they will remain. So tourism industry will again survive because people are fed up with staying at home. In some places in Europe and America, already hotels are running 100%. But which hotels? Not the downtown hotels, not the city hotels. Yes, the luxury resorts, the wellness resorts, the places which are far away and where people are not very close by. So that industry will always revive. It is already running up. There is a segment of people who will always want to go and enjoy themselves. Cruise liners will definitely begin their business. Maybe they will reduce to 40% of the occupancy or 50% of the occupancy. But still they will go down not to the larger cities, not to the big cities, but yes, to remote islands, to places of luxury, which they used to avoid earlier. They will make it a single focus. Yeah, no social gathering. You enjoy yourself in the mother nature. So you have hotel industry, which will claw back because of necessity. So your placement is intact if you really work hard and prepare yourself. The focus should be prepare yourself. Don't let yourself idle away. Add to your skill set. Adding to your skill set again improves your efficiency, your utility. Imagine a hotelier who has invested hundreds of crores. What does he want? What does he want? He wants to run his hotel as efficiently as possible. Now, when the revenue is restricted, say maybe 50% of what it used to be, even lesser, he still wants to run the property because a hotel once shut down is very difficult to open back again, because customer satisfaction originates from continuity of good service. So human resource will make all the difference. Italian marbles, good machinery, luxury, upholstery, what difference does it make? Silverware, what difference does it make? Yes, they make a difference in skilled hands. Skilled hands are very important. And not only skilled hands, your ability to take the workload will have to be measured in terms of efficiency. And a hotelier will always want to have only those people around who have proven efficiency. So colleges with really good reputation will definitely have high demands of students, and we have been receiving a lot of mails from good properties, and whether we can still send them certain trainees. Now I come down to the next part, wherein the sentiment, market also moves on sentiment. How long will it take to get back the market sentiment? It depends on the consumer confidence. If you're not really confident that you go down to a place and come back again infected, would you go again? No, you won't. So hoteliers will be extra careful, 100 times careful in providing a foolproof environment, because they want the cart to keep moving however slow it may be. That is the reason they have reduced the manpower, but most of the good properties have not said, okay, you're fired. They have said, you take a break, let the situation improve and come back. Wherein they are having, I'll take one strategy that they are taking right now, I'd like to share. They have 3 sets of team. One team is serving the guest. Say maybe a 100-room hotel may usually have 120 staff altogether, and it has been reduced to now 65, 70 or maybe 50 at places, but the operation begins and you have 60 people there. So you have 15, 20 backup people staying somewhere, and maybe 50 or 60 running the property, and something worse happens, some infection spreads, they are quarantined and the next team comes in. If a hotel has 100 rooms, the second strategy is they are not selling more than say 30, 40 rooms. Why? On a floor, if you have 20 rooms, they may be selling only 7, 8, every alternate room, or maybe one room after 2 rooms. Then also they have a secluded entry and secluded lift, which is being monitored and sanitized every other time, wherein you make sure nothing comes in contact with the guest, nobody comes in contact with the guest, providing actual long distance, using technology to actually monitor that and control it. So it is one of the safest places around, if we can think like that, because we have been going to the market with hardly 1 foot distance away, maybe rubbing shoulders also at times. But yes, sentiments will improve once vaccines are out. Already news are there to vaccines are coming out. So I think as soon as the schools start, no generation wants their second generation to be affected. We want to secure our next generation, and that is why government is taking so strict steps. Schools will open only when the society is really sure about everybody's safety. So that will be a measure when you will know that yes, industry will slowly crawl back. Like travel segment, people are really afraid of going into public buses and transports. The train is traveling with, instead of 6 people in an enclosure, they are traveling with 2 people. So everybody is taking precaution. Hotel industry, people will come down to fulfill their needs, marriages, meetings, parties. Out of these, the essential parts will help the hotel open up. Hoteliers will also make flexible arrangement. Like, the space they used to provide for, say, 200 people, they'll readily say now, okay, you take it for 50 only. We'll make so, because they know otherwise business is going to run away. Nobody will come. So that ambience, that technicality part of building up the confidence amongst the consumer will be really high. And let's come back to transport sector. We see private vehicles, Ola, Uber, taking extra measures, publicly, declaring what they are doing to keep your journey safe. Then the third part which I am seeing is, which will definitely provide you with the employment opportunity, is the commercial catering. All the government offices are running. All the school colleges, when they come back, the catering units will start running. And I see yesterday only I have seen almost 30 government house tenders for catering units. 30 tenders. I can tell you because I have been a part of that. Bombay High offshore ship-chandling companies, production is already on, nobody has lost their job, and everybody is there. The oil sector production is there, all the government sector productions are there, private sector productions are there, canteens are running maybe at 50%, because the staff strength is reduced to, say, 30%. So the canteens have also reduced to 30%, but they are huge amount of money turnover. Everybody is giving away a little, but retaining their services. So how long does it take to claw back? It will take 6 months. So let's take it this way. A 6 months break in our journey of career should help us in gathering whatever we have missed earlier on. So with the right people around you, right people to guide you, you will have a right set of skill set to be acquired in this 6 months. Maybe you could go for small courses of language communications, small courses of computer ability, technology handling, and maybe you are poor in business calculations, you can go for that. Maybe you'd love to add on to your repertoire digital marketing, and if your communication is good and you're creative enough, you can go down to cyber marketing world. And there are hundreds of possibilities in the right hands, provided the right teacher guides you. Nothing to be very depressed about. Take the industry as it is. Always remember, you are a part of industry which fulfills the needs and necessities of a consumer. The luxury may close down, the necessity will keep on. So think in the right terms to help everybody come back. And everybody knows that. The last part, I've covered hotel industry, I've covered the tourism part, I've covered the sentiment that moves the market, and also I talked about commercial catering, which will be huge in terms of employment. All non-technical people used to work there. Now some technical boys will flock in, sir, give me a job. They are competent, and once you go down to the commercial catering part and see the money involved, I swear you will say, okay, why didn't I move on to this field earlier on? That is one field. If you work for 5, 7, 10 years, you are an owner of your own. You can start things of your own. You can imagine whatever number of amount of money and you can earn it there. You will be an entrepreneur at no cost of yours. You only need the right skill set, the right ability, and the ability to give confidence to somebody to let you run the contract. The hotel industry, the commercial catering, the welfare catering in the hospitals is still running full bloom. Double shift work going on. Employment is there. So you see, commercial catering, wellness catering, and welfare catering, all three have a really right perspective. You have employment waiting there to happen. 6 months, 1 year is nothing. Just use those as an investment to your career, and this industry is still a place to be there. Because a person with the right skill set, a hotelier with the right skill set will always find earnings easy enough. You can start something from your home. You can still make money, provided you have the consumer confidence. Thank you. I hope I have been able to make myself clear. a very good career to you all. Signing off, Chef Rakesh here.